Hi everyone, this is a tutorial for Lab 4. We're going to draw these two drawings as well as perform this preparatory task. This video clip is going to pertain to the preparatory task as well as the first drawing, and the second video will be on the second drawing. So the preparatory task that we need to perform is simply to upgrade the template that we have prepared previously, the metric template, so that it contains a title block as well. You don't have to create the title block every time you start a new drawing. So again, we're going to upgrade the template so that it contains the basic title block that we've created in Lab 3. So I'm going to start AutoCAD and then open Lab 3 drawing that we have prepared previously. So File, and you can either say Open, or you can look at the most recent files that you've been working on. Here's Lab 3, and we can go to the Layout tab, and all we have to do is basically save it from a DWG to a DWT or template file. So I'm going to say File, Save As, Template. But before that, I need to do a few things. I don't need this drawing to be part of it. So we're going to go to Model tab, Control A, delete everything, and then go to My tab. Again, make sure you're on paper space. And this is ready to save as template. So I can say File, Save As, Template, and go to your course folder. And then you can give it the same name, or you can give it a number 2 at the end, or you can call it, for example, with title block. And notice the extension here, it's DWT, it's not DWG. This is a template. By now you should know the difference between the two. A template is a collection of settings that we want to use for other drawings. DWG means a drawing file. Now, another issue that has surfaced was that this logo tended to disappear when you open it the second time you come to the lab. The reason for that is because this is using an external file for reference. If you click on this logo while on paper space and you go to Properties, you will find that saved path actually refers to an external location. Also, if you issue a command called xref, which is short for external reference, a window opens up. It tells you there are some files that it is using externally. When you see this sign with this little triangle, it means that file does not exist anymore. So we can right click on this file and say detach. But this is still existing. So what we can do is, there is another way of embedding this picture instead of saving it as an external file, so that whenever you save your file, the picture will stay with it. So how do we do this? You need to go to the location where your logo is, and then right click and go edit. It opens Microsoft Paint. Use the select tool and select from corner to corner, and then go File, Copy, or you can go Control C and then go back to AutoCAD while on paper space, hit Control V for paste, and then click anywhere. And if we, of course, why is it red? It's because it's in the wrong layer. It's in the dimensions layer. So choose it if this happens in your case, and then place it in the proper layer. In this case, it should be with floor plan. So we just need to adjust it. And you can see once adjusted, it's actually even better resolution than what we see here in the embedded drawing. But anyway, let's delete this. Control Z, because both of them were selected, so both of them went. We need to select only one, then delete, and then I'm going to go X reference again, and then this is, the file is no longer there, but the reference to it, it says here unreference. So let's go right click and detach it. We don't need it anymore. Close this, and now let's move this picture from this corner to that corner. And by the way, if you click on it and go properties, this time it says embedded. It's not referred to an external file. So let's adjust the size, go down until you are inside the box, and then pick this one and go up until you see the perpendicular snap point. Be careful where your cursor is. If you go too far to the right, it snaps there, and then the picture will be larger than the box. So go back and stay a little bit to the left until you see the perpendicular snap point, and then click, and that's it. It's adjusted. Now we want to save this as our template. If you just say save or file save, AutoCAD assumes you want to save it as a drawing, and this is not the case. We don't want to save it as a drawing. This is a template, so we need to go again, file, save as, drawing template, and then go to where you want to locate it, and then there is the file I've just created, and then save. And do you want to replace it? Yes, and OK. Now my template is ready. Don't use it for your drawing. You need to close this because we've done all the settings that we need. And now we can start a new drawing. Go to the template we have just created. Here it is with title block. And then open. And there it is. Everything is there. All the settings are there. There's no drawing. We are ready to start. Okay. A good idea also, let's go back and open the template file. The template file should actually contain no layers, unless you want to. I mean, this is your choice. So if I leave everything as it is, which is okay. I mean, as long as you are able to change the layers to what is required. So let's leave it. And if you want to delete them, of course, you go to the layers properties and delete whatever you don't want. Now, going to the instructions, instructions for drawing one. How many layers do we need? We need 3 layers. Look at the names as well. First one is going to be called part in green, second layer dimensions in red, and the last one is text in white. So if you have deleted your layers, that is fine. That means you need to create new ones. Otherwise, if you didn't, I need this dimensions. There's no floor plan. This is going to be called, so right click, rename, and call this part, and the color is going to be green, and what else? And he says text instead of labels, so right click, rename, and let's call this text, and the color is white. Because it may look black in your case here, okay, and then but it says white in the window. Okay, it didn't say anything about line weight. Okay, now there are some other settings that we need to be aware of. So as far as the layers are concerned, we're okay. Let's go to annotation, make sure it is annotative. And then the size, what size did he say for text? He says 5. Text paper height is 5. So we're going to make this 5. And we'll say apply. Close. And now let's go to the dimension style. Make sure it's annotative also. Modify, what did he say? He says 4 millimeters for the arrow size, arrowhead, 4 millimeters for text height, and 2 millimeters for the offset from the dimension line. So we're going to say text, this should be 4, and the arrow size should be 4. I'll go back to text again. The offset from dimension line is 2. Primary units, of course, precision should be 1. Why? If you look at the drawing, you can see that some of them have 1 decimal precision and some of them have no decimal whatsoever. That means these have zeros, trailing zeros. So this time we want to suppress trailing zeros. The scale factor is not 0.001 as in lab 3, because this is not in meters, these are in millimeters. So the scale factor is 1. There are no suffixes, and this is good. You can say OK, close, and we're ready to draw. So let's go to the part layer, make it current. Either you click on the empty space or on the text to select a layer. If you select here, it will open the color selection palette. If you click this one means lock or unlock layer. What is locking? If you lock it, it means nothing can be edited, nothing can be selected in that layer. And this one is freeze and freeze, as we have seen previously, and of course this turns layer on and off. So if we want to select, it's either in the empty space or on the text. So it is current, and now we'll start with these 2 concentric circles. The inside circle, both of these are the same size at 25.4 millimeters, and the outside circles are at 50.8 millimeter radius. So circle command, you can click anywhere or you can start at 0, 0. It's not important where you start. And 25.4 for the internal, double click, and then the circle command again, or space bar to repeat the same command. Make sure your center snap point is turned on. So right click, settings, and then center, OK, go to center, and this time 50.8, enter. Now these are identical circles. How far away from each other? From center to center. If you add these together, you're going to get what? 200 millimeters. 75 plus 50 plus 75 equal 200. So we're going to say copy this circle and this circle, spacebar meaning finished selecting, go to the center, and then type at 200, 0, enter. It's available for you to make more copies. We don't need more copies, so we're going to say escape or enter. And now start a line command. Now I need to capture the top quadrant. So again, I need to go to object snaps, right click, settings, and go quadrant. OK. Look at the quadrant symbols. They look like diamonds. So click here and then type at 75, 0, enter, at 0, minus 25.4, enter, at 50, 0, enter, at 0, 25.4, enter. And then I could go to the top of the circle, make sure that the snap point is clear, and click, and then escape or enter or spacebar. Or you can also at the end say at 75, 0. Now the lower part is actually a mirror image of the top part, so we can do a mirror command, which is in the modify panel, mirror, and the first thing it says select objects. Let's select 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then enter or spacebar. What does AutoCAD say here? Always be mindful of the command window, because AutoCAD is communicating back to you. So it's saying specify first point of the mirror line. First point is the center. There. Yeah, be patient. Sometimes if it doesn't appear, you have to go outside and come back in. Click, and then click on the other center. Yeah, it looks like it's disappeared. Don't worry, just type enter or spacebar, and there it is. Now let's do a trim. Choose this, that, this, and this one, spacebar or enter. Let's trim this side of circle, this side of circle, and we are done. This is the mechanical part. Sometimes it refuses to zoom out, so regen to regenerate the drawing. And let's change layer to dimensions, and then go linear from this point to this point. And what happened here? Too big. Why? Same mistake as I've always been pointing out. Do not enter any annotation until you set your annotation scale. Don't set your annotation scale until you set your print scale. So let's go model space. Make sure it's unlocked. Double click the wheel. Let's get rid of this for now. Delete. Double click the wheel again. There it is centered. If you see it broken like this, just type regen for regenerate, and it looks nicer. And then let's choose 1 to 2. This is mentioned in the lab. Scale should be 1 to 2. And let's take it up a little bit, and we can lock it. Okay, so let's see here. Why are these green? They went into part. Let's go back, because they were chosen, and let's make sure they're not staying in the part layer. So make sure it's unlocked. Let's go paper space, choose everything. This should be, because we no longer have floor plan. Remember, the floor plan in my template was changed to part, and that's why it went to green. So I'm going to put them on the 0 layer, including the viewport. So again, let's go model space, double click the wheel, and let's set it to 1 to 2. Regen if you wish. Let's go paper space again, double click the wheel. Let's put it up a little bit some more before locking it. And now let's go back model space, set the annotation scale to 1 to 2, and now let's go back again and do the same dimensions, and now it looks much better. Spacebar to repeat from here to there. We can also snap to make them into one line. Spacebar again from here to there, can snap into the end. And I also have one from here to there. Okay, if that doesn't look too good, the arrow sizes, the arrowheads seem to be smaller than they should be. So let's go back and double check the arrowhead size. I went back to 2. That's why it needs to be 4. Text needs to be 4 and 2. Close, and that's better. Now this one needs to be below. So let's go and click it. If I put the cursor on the handle for the text, this menu opens up. I could say move text only, and I can move it down here or slightly up. And let's go now for radius, like this one outside. spacebar and do the outside. There it is. And now I need to draw the text mechanical plate dimensions. It needs to be 150 millimeters below the center. Needs to be centered. So let's put some temporary guidelines. I'm going to go to layer 0 or even def points. Be careful with def points. Any objects placed on def points layer will not print. You'll be able to see them on screen, but they will not print. So let's go to layer 0. Let's make a line from center to center. Make sure that your midpoint snap is set. Go to midpoint and then at 0, minus 150, and then spacebar or enter or escape to get out of the command. Let's go to label or text and take anywhere, and we'll go mechanical part dimensions and adjust the width of the text. Click outside. Now take a temporary rectangle from one corner to the other corner and choose that rectangle with the text, and then move command from the middle to the end of this line, and it is now set very nicely. Let's go to dimensions again, go linear, and spacebar. We'll choose this and then move it out. Okay, I don't need these temporary lines anymore, so we'll delete them. Choose, as well as this rectangle, delete all of them. And this dimension line, take this handle back, take this handle back, and that's it. And you're ready to print. Just don't forget to go to paper space and fill in these title for this drawing. The title will be EG1230 Lab 4 Drawing 1, drawn by your name, revision 0 or revision 1, your scale is 1 to 2, and the date of submission. And that concludes drawing 1.